took to grow and everything. So since then we've cut the hair down, and she called me back, and she's tired of that place. She on another interview, so we right back where we started. But career and work, the hair, like I said, the U-Crops thing, they don't even want you to come up in there with locks. Now you can have braids, but better not put no color in the braids. So, you know, career and our goals for work have a big influence on how we choose to present ourselves. And hair is so significant. Whether we choose for it to be or not to be, a lot of times people look at you and they tend to make an assessment of you from the outside. And that's why I was saying, you know, if you're right on the inside, and I don't mean just, I mean spiritually and literally. You know, you have to take care of your body, but if you're right on the inside, it manifests itself on the outside effortlessly. And how many of you, I see some people in here who have locks and have braids and wearing their hair natural, but how many of you, when starting your locks, or you just started letting that relaxer grow out, went to the cookout, or went to your mama's house, and she was wondering, what did you do to your hair? Where is your good hair? The straight hair. Y'all know? You got a story? Everybody has a story.
Well, I had started my locks. I had locks I've had locks 21 years, and I had cut them due to changes that I had gone through in my lifestyle. I wanted to start them over again. But I remember when I did get some length to it, and when I started my locks, by the way, it was for spiritual reasons. I wanted to be identified. At that time, it wasn't trendy. So I wanted to be recognized and recognize my spirituality, to be recognized for my reason, my reason for starting. And when I had got some length, I remember I went to my mom's house, and she said, she was looking at my hair, she had a couple of drinks, she said, you know, if we spend some time, we could take that stuff out.
She wanted some. She was going to invest that time and that patience.
Study that stuff for a while, and she gonna get the drinks and her to say.
But yeah, so.
Yeah, lots of opposition when you do something different. When you change your hair, don't change your name, and don't change your eating habits. Don't you become a vegetarian when you've been eating chitlins all your life. But that goes to show you that people become uncomfortable, and a lot of times that's the only way that they can handle changes that you make. When you're doing something good for yourself, when you're changing something about yourself for you, finally for yourself, then people can't handle it. And a lot of times family are the main people who feel comfortable enough to express it to you. Because my mama told me, you weren't born with that hair. I'm like, Mom, this is the hair I was born with. You know, what was that about? And she is a smart woman. I don't want to make you think my mama, you know, she got a but I mean, you know, she lost her mind for a moment there. She told me I wasn't born with this hair. But I have heard story after story after story of how, you know, something went on in the family. People get mad. They don't even want you to come around the house. Don't come to the cookout because you're going to embarrass us or something.
Well, you know, I had locks for 14 years.
Beautiful locks.
You know, recently, you know, took them off. But when I started the locks, you know, my hair was already long. My mom was like, oh, why are you doing that to your hair? Your beautiful hair. But the thing, once they start growing, we are so conditioned by that length.
Yes.
I don't know why. Once they start growing, oh, your hair is so beautiful.
Yes. Yes.
You know, it's that growth thing.
And it's like they look up one day, and all of a sudden you have hair. You know, they didn't pay attention to the transition, the transformation in you or the hair. But all of a sudden one day it was something else. Because I'll never forget how in, you know, the family, you know, their lifestyle is the same. So I remember going over there one Christmas, and the whole euphoria of Christmas combined with me and my new long locks near the Christmas tree caused my daddy to have like an enlightened moment. He said, "Faye, is all that your hair?" I'm like, Daddy, you know, like, how many years have you known me? Yeah, it's like it happened instantly. But you know what? He said, "Is that all of your hair?" And I said, "Yeah." believe he was asking me. He said, sure is beautiful. And I was like, okay. You know, I accepted that after all of the traumatization that brought me to that point. And even my mother, as hardcore as she is, because she is hardcore, one day she kind of eased up on me and looked at my hair, and she said, you think my hair do that? That's as close as she's gotten to it. She never really gets too deep in the question about the locks, but she asked me if I thought her hair would do this. And I was like, yeah. You want to do it, Rick? You want to do it? Go ahead, sis.
I want to say too, for in a lot of instances, it was a thing of self-loathing that when people saw your locks, us as the people saw each other with locks, it brought out something in them that they were very uncomfortable with. That you were comfortable with yourself and your natural, what God has blessed us with, you know, and it's something that they have trouble getting with themselves. So, yeah, that was
When you love and respect yourself enough to be that whom you are, others will love and respect you as well. Gotta remember that. See how this is just flowing? And y'all wonder when we gonna get to the hair? When we gonna get to the question about president? Okay. Here's another one of my shameless plugs about Indigo Salon. So, first you have to have love for yourself. Then you have some patience with yourself and know that the beauty is coming from within. And like I said, it's a spiritual thing or a psychological thing even, but it's also a physical thing. And that's what I want to talk about now, because what goes into your blood goes right into your hair. If you smoking, your hair smoking. If you drinking, your hair is drinking. Whatever it is that you're doing, if you're feeding yourself denatured, processed, partial foods, then that's the kind of hair that you have on your head. And you can ask, I guess you can ask a biologist or somebody like that, but they can tell you about hair analysis and how you can extract a piece of hair from the head and analyze it and see how that person has lived. And that remains intact. You know, they have pulled up bones and tissue from antiquity and can tell where that person was from, what kind of climate they lived in, what kind of lifestyle they had, what kind of diet they had. It all plays a role in what comes out. You know, and the hair is just another appendage of